Good morning, good morning. If you are from the Seweird Fabric Shop group, welcome in. So I'm going live to show some fabric. Let's wait a little bit till some of our Seweirdo join us. So good morning, good morning. Let me see. Okay, so since this will be in a recording, so I'm gonna go ahead and show all the fabric as well so that we don't have to waste time. And before I show fabric, I wanted to show some trends. Oh my freaking gosh. This is like so pretty, and embroidery and white mesh. So imagine adding that to the bottom of your skirt or dress. This is so pretty. And I also got some that's from Made in Japan. I really love things made in Japan. So for example, this one. Look at all those little apple trim. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, those little apple trim. So cute. So yeah, I cannot believe this drop will be like so epic. And honestly, this is my 2026 first new arrival drop. I'm pretty excited about that too. Um, and actually in this drop, I'm gonna add some continuous spray bottle as well. I will have to do a quick count of inventory as well. Okay, so the first one we're gonna be going over, it's gonna be the metallic foil scuba knit. Oh my gosh, taking it out. Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can put my phone elsewhere. It's actually a little bit hard to do this. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're here, we are looking at new arrival drop. It's so weird. Okay, so this is better, right? This is better. Welcome in, welcome in. All right. Okay, yeah, this is a better view for all the fabrics. And if you're wondering what I'm wearing, I'm also wearing a Seweird French terry. Apparently, I like oversizing, and this is like, what do I say? It's like a slender shoulder, but you can also wear as just like a wide shoulder type, like bow neck. So welcome in. So this is gonna be the first one that we're gonna be showing. This is a foil metallic one. Oh my gosh, who's here? Hey, hey. Welcome in. So this is a metallic foil scuba knit. Hi guys. So if you're here because you love fabric and you love to sew, welcome in. This is gonna be Seweird 2026 first new arrival drop. So welcome in. Alright, so this is a scuba knit. So by knit, there's gonna be like the stretch info. So let's take a look at the width of fabric. So width of fabric for the fabric wool, they usually refer to WOF. Abbreviation is WOF as a width of fabric. So welcome in guys. If you love fabric, you're at the right place. Welcome in. So width of fabric, we are looking at 62 inches. 62 inches width of fabric. Let me just write it down. So the recording here will also be listed on the Seweird website. 62 inches, and I checked the stretch info. So what we do with the stretch info is we're gonna grab like a 10-inch fabric and then we're gonna stretch it to see how far it will go. I usually like to grab somewhere in the middle. So 0 to 10, it goes to 19. So that's 90% stretch. Look at how pretty that is. 90% stretch. And the fabric content 95% poly, 5% spandex. So 95% poly, 5% spandex. And if you have any fabric question, feel free to ask for the particular fabric that we have. And this is the seweirdfabric.com. Oh, and thank you for clicking on the thumbs up. Yes, yes, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. And did I say the stretch info? Okay, I see if it's two-way or four-way. So this is the salvage. Seweird is just like a mechanical stretch, but let me still measure that because sometimes your PDF pattern might ask for it. So let's just take a look. And hi, welcome in. Love it when I have my sewing people here. Let's look at the Seweird stretch. So again, I'm gonna grab a 10-inch. So from 10-inch, it go to 13. So it does have a 30% stretch. So we did a 90% stretch for the men's stretch and 30% for the Seweird, but I'll put as 80% and 20% because there's some standard deviation of how people measure. So I just wanted to put that into account. So you are looking at 80% stretch, 20% Seweird stretch, and this is what I call the metallic foil scuba knit. Scuba knit is great for making a bit more structure. So you can do an online jacket, so you don't have to line it, already have a structure, and it feels a little bit more spongy and it doesn't really like wrinkle. So let's do this. And then look. How pretty is that? So I have made a whole like a dress, long sleeve dress, with two pieces. So long the top is gonna be by itself, and then the bottom I did a circle skirt, and it's really pretty. If it flow with some kind of drape, it's gonna look like this when the drape. Okay, so really pretty for making a jacket. So it's gonna be kind of like a jacket that feels slightly like a cardigan, but it has that structure and gonna look really pretty as a dress and as a top. Okay, it will hide your love handle a little bit better too. Okay, so poly spandex metallic foil. And now let's talk about price. For this one, I have only 19 yards for this, so it's very limited one. I just checked with the vendor. They do have a little bit more for reorder, so depending on how the drop goes, but it will be $8.50 per yard during the sale, early bird sale. That's what I call it. Will be $11 a yard for a regular price because those are a little bit costly to get. And for all the years I've been buying fabric, it is pretty hard to come by with such a pretty print and with the foil on the scuba. Now let's talk about care instruction. Anything with like a foil or a metallic, I would recommend you wash cold and hand dry because you wanted to keep that spatial effect as long as you can. Okay, so any questions so far, feel free to pop in. Any question, feel free to pop in. I'm gonna put this fabric here. Okay, I put that fabric there, and then we have that on the white base. Oh my gosh. So because spring is coming up, so we have people who like the black because it seems to be more dirt resistant, but we also have people who appreciate the spring color and just that super pretty white base. So look at that. So pretty. I think the stretch info gonna be the same, also the width of fabric, but I'm gonna do a real quick stretch test. Stretch test, so 10 inches. Again, it go to 19 inches. Okay. See if I stretch. How pretty, right? So for 10 inches, it does stretch to 19 inches. So again, I'm gonna put it as an 80% men's stretch, and I'm gonna be 20% for the Seweird stretch, even though we measured it at 30%. And again, care instruction, I would highly recommend it to wash cold and a hand dry, just to keep that metallic spatial effect for as long as you can. Look at that, how pretty. And the pricing per yard doing the new arrival drop, and this one only has 17 yards. So I only have 17 yards of this. It will be $8.50 per yard and $11 per yard for the regular price. So during the sale will be $8.50. Okay, only 17 yards. And I did again check with the vendor. They have a little bit to be able to reorder, but not too much. So it really depending on how we are doing as a group on those fabric, and I'll see if I would be able to secure some yardage again before they are sold out. So for the black one, we have 19 yards. For the white one, we have 17 yards. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue to introduce a little bit more. Any question, feel free to let me know. Any question, feel free to let me know. Okay, let's go to the next fabric. The next fabric gonna be nylon spandex red. So red, in the past I got a few different solid color for the swim. Even right now on the website, Seweird.com, there's a few solid, but red is always one of the best, the first to sold out. And this one is a nylon spandex. Okay, so the camera make it look a little bit more coral red, but to me it looks more red in person. Okay, let me compare to the scuba black. Okay, because the scuba black has some red flower. Okay, so let's see. Well, it's like really reflected. Let's see, I'm gonna put it side by side. Put this side by side. Hello, good morning. So if you love fabric, you're at the right place. If you love sewing, definitely you want to be following this channel. Welcoming, guys. Okay, so that's probably not a good one. Let me do another red one. So this is a Riley Blake cotton spandex solid red. Okay, in comparison. So now you can see the red a little bit better. Thank you so much. So yeah, so this is a Riley Blake cotton spandex, and this is a nylon spandex. So nylon spandex is like perfect for making swimsuit, tankini, or bikini. Some people like it for even just underwear because the stretch and how breathable usually that is. And let's check the width of fabric. So again, width of fabric, we usually call it WOF. That's a abbreviation for width of fabric. So lay flat, it's about 30. So width of fabric 60 inches. Width of fabric on the red swing is 16 inches. And this one is 92% nylon and 8% spandex. So it's gonna be very stretchy four-way. So let's take a look. First, I'm gonna grab from the main stretch. From 0 to 10, that goes to 90. So we're gonna call it 80% stretch. And then let's look at the selvage. So this is your selvage. Grabbing more in the middle. From 0 to 10. It goes to 20 actually, so that's 90%. So you're looking at four-way stretch, at least more than 50%. So that will be suitable for almost all the projects you can ever imagine. This one, how many yards do I have? I believe I have 19 yards. Let me take a look. Yeah. So for the red nylon spandex, I will have 19 yards. And the pricing will be, during the sale, $7.50 a yard. And the regular will be $9.50 a yard. Okay. So nylon spandex is actually a bit more high quality to get. Okay, so again, this is the red color. Let's compare again to the Riley Blake red. So you can get an idea for the red color. There's like different shades of red, just like there's different shades of gray, right? So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. And next, we're gonna show a wide rib knit. So eyelet. So wide eyelet is really popular, especially like in the 80s. The eyelet seemed to be like really popular. And then guess what? The technology made eyelet be possible to become a knit. Oh my gosh, right? Did you ever imagine eyelet can be knit? Okay, so this is gonna be the pattern on the eyelet. Okay, I just wanted to show like the detail. And then as part of the pattern, I also want to point out they do have like the fine lines. I don't know if it's through the camera you can see it. Let me flip the camera so you can see a little bit better. Flip. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so now you can see a little bit better. So you will have that fine line throughout. Hey, Abby, welcome in, welcome in. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're here. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be the white eyelet knit, which really remind me, like in the 80s, the cotton woven eyelet is so popular, but it's like you have to have exact measurement. But this white eyelet knit is gonna be poly spandex, so it had that white eyelet look, but it's gonna have so much stretch. And I'm just showing the pattern because look at the detail. It does have line. And I think that's part of the design, and it does repeat. Right on here. It's gonna be part of the design. I'm gonna try to capture that on camera as well. And then put it back. So let's look at the stretch info and also with the fabric. Also, let's take a look at the selvage. So this is gonna be what the selvage looks like. This is gonna be the men's stretch. So let's take a look at the men's stretch. You had never seen a stretch eyelet. Beautiful. I actually carry a few stretch eyelet. If you look at my website, seweird.com, there's like calico floral blue, and there's also tie-dye. I think some got sold out, and then I had like some mauve color that was sold out. I might have like a card or two somewhere on the pre-card rack. So yeah, so definitely really cool. So let's take a stretch, very stretchy. So let's put it on the ruler for test. So from 10 it go to 21, so that's 110% stretchy, but I'm gonna call it 100% stretch. Okay, and on the selvage, let's see the selvage. So this is the selvage. So you can see selvage also had decent stretch. Put it to test from 0 to 10. It actually go to 16, so that is 60% stretch, but I'm gonna mark it as 50% stretch. And Abby, do you like that I put a so weird right here? So since I don't tattoo, so I thought I will put it there. Just for a little bit so weird spirit, right? But so excited you're here. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's look at the width of fabric. So again, width of fabric, we typically abbreviate it to WOF. So folded is 31, so it's about 62 width of fabric, but that's just call it 60 width of fabric. So WOF is 60 inches. So this one, right now I estimated I have about 6 yards. And then so this one I'm gonna put it on sale for $6.50 a yard and an $8 per yard regular. Okay. So yeah, I estimated to only have 6 yards, but I think I might have a little more. So I'm gonna have to cut and gauging to see if I can add more. And next we're gonna go for the rib knit. This one I'm really excited. This rib knit is so pretty. Let me see. This rib knit I will have 28 yards. 28 yards. And this one had 87% poly, 13% spandex. And they call it the 2x1 rib. So which meaning it's a little bit wider rib than the fine rib. Although it's still like fine rib, but it's more visible rib. So this is called the 2x1 rib. I think that tell you like how rib texture it is. So 87% poly, 13% spandex. So very stretchy. But honestly, when you wear, when you make something, you want to make it where it falls. You still see this visible. You don't want to make it like this. So this is probably for more ease of wearing. So you don't really want to stretch all the way, right? But yeah, it's like really pretty. This one's giving me vintage floral vibe, and I love the detail. This is also remind me custom print, like really pretty floral design. I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see the color a little bit better. So let's see. Flip. So yeah, so this is flipping so you can see how pretty the colorway and design is. Right? Don't we just love it? Yeah. I do have about 28 yards of this. And they, again, it's 87% poly and 13% spandex. So let's take a look at the width of fabric. Width of fabric folded again is 32, so that's 64 width of fabric. I'm gonna call it 62 width of fabric, okay? I'm gonna call it 62 width of fabric. And then let's do a stretch test. Again, this is very stretchy. So let's grab somewhere in the middle. From 0 to 10, it goes to 22. It goes to 22. So that's 120% stretch. I'm just gonna call it 100% stretch. Okay, and then salvage. This is the salvage. Salvage also have very good stretch. So let's take a look from 0 to 10. It goes to 15. So I'm gonna call it, instead of 50% stretch, I'm gonna call it 40% stretch. This one I have 28 yard and the sales price was $7.75 per yard, and the regular retail gonna be $9 a yard. And Abby, if you missed the metallic foil scuba knit, you can re-watch it, but that the black one I have 19 yards and the white one I have 17 yards, and they will be $8.50 a yard for the early bird sales and 11 a yard for the regular retail. Hi, hi, hi. If you are here because you love fabric, you're at the right place. Yes, so yeah, definitely rewatch because you'll see how pretty that thing move and how that metallic shows through. And the black have 19 yards, the white one have 17 yards. And they are going to be width of fabric 62. So for this rib knit, I'll have 28 yard. Sales price will be $7.75 a yard and $9 for the regular price. And then lastly, I have this 100% cotton woven eyelet. So this is the traditional eyelet, but it does have a flaw. So let me flip the screen again. So flip. This is really pretty. So let's take a look. So this is the salvage. And this is the eyelet embroider detail. Okay, so the flaw is this third repeat every so often. So I'm thinking when someone rolled the fabric, maybe the roller was dirty or something. Okay. So let's take a look. You see how that repeats too. Okay, and then where does it repeat again? I'm just rolling it. I think here has a little bit, right? Yeah, you can see a little bit. So there's like a dirt mark that repeats. I don't know if regular wash can take it off, but a little bleach definitely will, especially this is pure white. So the bleach will work like a magic. And let's look at how thick sheer the fabric is. This is definitely a summer friendly fabric. So you can see, you can kind of see the shadow of my hands. So eyelet knit like this 100% cotton usually is like, when I did the pre-order was $13.50 a yard. Retail was $16 a yard, but because it's a flaw and it's gonna be like very little yardage, honestly, I'm gonna be doing as a $6.50 a yard and $8 retail if there's anything even gonna be left over. I really doubt it. Okay, so let's take a look at how much width of fabric. So width of fabric, which we abbreviated to WOF, width of fabric. Let's see how much width of fabric that is. So 29, 28, 29, so 56. So 56 width of fabric. And then there's no stretch info. So again, there's going to be the dirt mark right here. That repeat every so often. I just do a quick check. So every 14 inches ish, I check if it's also 14 inches. So between this mark and this mark. So yeah, every 13 to 14 inches, there's like a dirt mark that will repeat. And so I estimated to have about 6 yards. Well, I estimated to about 5 yards. So I'm only going to release 5 yards of the floral white woven embroidered eyelet, 100% cotton. So if there's no floral, this is like really high quality and nice fabric. Will be like typically pre-order 13-15 a yard, and then retail $16 a yard. But we're gonna do a sales price $6.50 a yard. So I think those were gonna be the first one to sold out. Honestly, I will release 5 yards based on guesstimate. And if there's any extra, then of course we'll list it. Now here comes to another exciting part. I want to show you guys some trims. It's gonna be so pretty. Mesh trim. Okay, so this is the right side. Can you see that mesh trim? And this is why I'm gonna be selling those every 2 yards interval. Those are kind of expensive for me to get, and I couldn't get a lot of quantity, but I got a lot of variety. So this is about 7.5 wide mesh, 7.5 wide mesh. So imagine you add that to any outfit. So for example, you just add that to like a sleeve. How pretty, right? You can just add that to a sleeve, or you add that to the, you can add it to the cuff sleeve, or you can add it just to the sleeve. So you can do like a tank top, but you just add that as additional sleeve. Really pretty. Yeah, so this is gonna be one of the many. I'm gonna be showcase some, but not all. So this is gonna be, so I put a general pricing, but it's gonna be depending a little bit on the price I get into. So for the Y mesh one, I'm gonna do 2 yards for $7 doing the sales price. So this is the embroidery. I'm gonna flip the camera so see if we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, so you can see the embroidery a little bit better. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's the wrong side. You can tell right side and wrong side. Okay, so really pretty. So for the wider one like this, the white mesh with the embroidery, gonna be 2 yards for $7 during the sale and 2 yards for $9 during the regular. Okay. So really pretty. So that would be one of the style, and let's go with another style. Oh my god, there's like so much. Okay, and then this is 100% cotton white eyelet. So imagine add this to any cotton outfit. Gonna be so pretty, and I think it's gonna go so well with chambray fabric too. This is gonna be so pretty too, and this one gonna be 2 yards for $5.50, and doing the sale and doing the regular gonna be 2 yards for $6. This is 100% cotton, and I have another pink that's 100% cotton. So this is also 100% cotton. And look at that, 100% cotton, and let's see how wide this is. This is about 7.5 inches wide. Look at that. So this again will fit with so many different cotton fabric. As long as you have a little bit pink or purple on it, it will coordinate so well. Right, so this one will be $6.50 for 2 yards during the sales, $8.50 for 2 yards during the regular price. Those are really hard to find, like 100% cotton trim. So yeah, as you can see, this is all that I got. So there's like not a whole bunch, but I got a lot of variety, and I want to show you guys made in Japan one. So those are gonna be cheaper because they are skinnier, but they also do cost me not cheap because they are made in Japan. So this is made in Japan apple trim. So imagine you make a little pouches, you add the little apple for the gift for teacher, right? Or just like a spring, you go to like an apple farm to pick apple. This is like so cute. So this is made in Japan. Another made in Japan is this one. This is made in Japan. So those I'm gonna be doing 2 yard for $3.50 doing the sales, and $4.50 doing the regular, which is like super steal for made in Japan ones. And I actually was trying to take a real quick look for my invoices before I go live, and I think I'm actually literally not making money on those. So I wonder you guys consider this is more convenience benefit I'm getting for you guys, so that you can do one shop to get multiple different things from my shop. Yes, it's like so cute, so cute. And then I also have this one. This one I do have to look up if it's made in Japan or not. But look at this. This is pretty white too. This is 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 inches wide. And look at that floral white. This will go so well. If you don't like to hang your sleeve, you can simply put it as part of your sleeve like this. So instead of hanging your sleeve, you can do it like this, right? Really pretty. So those so far, none of them are stretch ones. So really pretty, really pretty. This is such nice quality too. And some people might even, so I dare you to cut it off and just making that as a little applique, right? Really pretty and nice quality. This is nice and thick quality. So there's like so much different one, and then this is another one. Let me flip the screen so you can see the color. Flip! Look at that. So pretty. And again, this is on the mesh, so it's very easy to add at the bottom of your skirt or put it as a part of your tank top sleeve, tank top dress sleeve, or part of your long sleeve or short sleeve, as a trend. A lot of Japanese designer, this one is not in Japan though, but a lot of Japanese clothing designer, they add those as part of the outfit. Really pretty. So I have like a few Japanese sewing book. They use different thing like this. And here's another idea to use. So from my Japanese sewing book, they did this way. I just wanted to show you. So they had this shirt as a little bit low cut. And let me just do it to just add a little imagination. So they did it like this. So it becomes part of the neckline. Okay. So it will be like a bow neck, but they did the string as part of it. So it not only add to modesty, but add to design and add like, pretty to it. So your imagination is your only limit. You can put it as the bottom of your shirt to make it like a little bit tunic length. You can extend some of your old shirt that's too short, or you can add it to the bottom of your pants, make it a little bit flare, or you can do like a 3/4 sleeve, and then you added a little bell. The limit is limitless, and also you can do like a veil, hair piece. There's like so much you can do with this. Yeah, so only your imagination gonna be your limit. There's so much you can do with that. And let me show you another design. So there will be multiple different design. And if I cannot get them all photographed for this drop, then we'll have drop number 2. Look at this, all pink. So I think this is another 7.5 width. Yeah, about 7.5 width. So let's flip the screen again. So far, you guys are excited as me with all the trim. I'm like so excited for that. Look at like the quality. What is this? Right? So fun, right? Okay, so let's continue to see a few more examples that I have, so we can try to go over as many designs as we can. Okay, so this one's very little, very little. But this is a double border one. Double border one. So what do you do with the double border one? Let me again flip the screen so you can see it better. Oopsie, flip. Okay, can you see it better? Okay, double border. Okay, now the lighting come back. Okay, the double border. So what you can do is you can cut in the middle like this, or you can simply take advantage of the double border and make it part of your garment, right? Part of your garment. So again, your imagination is gonna be your only limit, but a lot of people, what they do is they trim it in the middle to make it part of this. Exactly. So this one is actually a very small row, very small row. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best to photograph as many as I can for this drop, but I do have a feeling that I might have to do drop 2 for trim part number 2. So and then this one. This one is what I would consider double border because both sides have design, right? And let's see. Yeah, this is the right side. Both sides have design. How pretty is this? How pretty is this? And then as you can see, I have many design on purpose, but they are all not too much. So I connected with this vendor. She's also a woman owned and she's located in the USA. So we talk on the phone. So I told her I'm gonna buy a bunch of like various yardage just to try to see how my shop people like it, and I cannot guarantee how much business I can bring to her. She totally understand too. So like I really like that, and I love that I can bring variety and fun thing to you guys because we all have a lot of fabric, but sometimes we need to add a little bit spice to it. Just so fun. So like things like this, I would imagine you can decorate it your neckline trim, right? Because both sides have designs, right? So yeah, so pretty. I have so much to share. And then also I bring so much different color because I know my weirdos love all the different color, and I keep spring in mind because spring is coming up. So let's take a look at this one. I'm gonna flip the screen. Flip! Okay, so take a look at this one. Blue mesh, right? How pretty this. Imagine this with a chambray or a jean, right? You can like basically purposely cut those off and just decorate your jean or jacket or make it like an applet. So much possibility with this. So again, this is the wider mesh. So again, as a review for the trim price, I'm gonna be selling the 2 yard as 1 unit, and I will list it as such. And for the wider one, the okay, so the wider mesh gonna be $7 for 2 yards. $7 for 2 yard doing the sale, and $9 for 2 yard doing the regular. And for the little bit skinnier one, they will be like $3.50 to $4 for 2 yards, and then $4.50 to $5 for the regular. Like depending on my my price when I get them too, I will have to look. But either way, doing the sales, I'm selling very, very close to my cost, to be honest, because they are really nice quality. Look at this one. This one's such nice quality and such a good structure. This what I would say, like you can even add to like a special apparel button to add that weight and texture. Let me flip the screen again. Look at this. So really nice embroidery work. And then this one has like a structure and weight to it. So yeah, I'm like so excited for all the trim. I don't know about you guys. Type in a comment, let me know what you think. Okay, and then let's see. I introduced quite a few ones so far. Let me see if there's any one I haven't. Okay, yeah, this bundle I haven't. So then we also have dainty trim like this. Look at that gold metallic in the middle for that thread. The little cute floral. This will be super good for decorating little girls' dresses. Right? How pretty is this? Can you see? You think the bottom of a flower skirt perfect for summer? Yes. So especially when your fabric might run a little bit short, you add that little extra flare. So pretty. Okay, so this is another one made in Japan. Made in Japan. I want to show you. Made in Japan, and look at the trim. It's little unicorn. Oh, only if I can get it to fall correctly. Little unicorn. This is made in Japan trim. How pretty is this? Made in Japan. So yeah, everything's not too much inventory. Everything is not too much inventory. This is also another made in Japan. So made in Japan, they tend to be a little bit more dainty, but they use heavily threaded embroidery. It's really nice quality, right? Really nice quality. This is another one made in Japan, which will be perfect for Easter because look at the rabbit. Oh my gosh. This is made in Japan. Look at all those cute rabbits. Gonna be perfect for spring. Okay, and then we did this one. This is gonna be another white eyelet one. Okay. So like this one will probably be slightly cheaper than the other 100% cotton eyelet one. But still such a nice quality. So easy to add to any cotton finish garment. And this one I had to flip and show you guys. This is so pretty. Let's flip. Okay, see that peach color? Oh my gosh. Right, look at that floral detail, and then even at the mesh there's various different floral design on it with the matching thread. Okay, so yeah, I think I introduced quite a bit of trend. This is not all that I have, but I introduced a good amount, so I will be working on the listing and taking pictures for the rest of the day. Oh my gosh, look at that blue. Especially some of you bought the pre-order eyelet, some of the colorway might really match. It's like so pretty. Sometimes like the camera just doesn't do it justice, right? Yeah, how pretty that is. Right, so pretty. Oh, I love it. I really do love this drop, and I hope like the Seweirdos will have fun checking out all the different trends. So yeah, so I will be in touch soon. I don't know when I'll finish working on the website because every drop is work of labor of love for sure. So yeah, be on the lookout for the listing. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to post even after the video because I do check back as well. But that will be all. Anybody have any questions? And thank you so much for joining me doing the live. It's been a while since I went on live, so I feel like a little rusty on the YouTube site. But I really appreciate you guys joining and help me make like I'm back to home again. So if I don't see any question, I will see you guys until the next time. Thank you so much, guys. Bye, and enjoy the new arrival draw. Once I finish making the draw, I will post the link back to the comment and I'll update the description for the video so you'll be able to access the drop right away. The drop will expire in about 2 weeks. That's how long I will do the drop. 2 weeks or until the fabric sold out. So a few only have 5 yard or 6 yard. I expected those might be the first one to be sold out too. So thank you guys so much. Bye. Are you sure you want to stop? Yes, bye.